Scorpio, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to be looking at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it, Scorpio. Happy day, happy Taurus season. We are up and running. We're about to have a new moon in Taurus actually on the 27th. Taurus season brings in the earth element. There's not like loads of earth element in the astrology right now, but it's definitely been soaking up some of that water, some of that heightened emotion, feeling, the places that we're getting triggered, specifically in relationships and dynamics. As I'm recording this, the sun and Venus Saturn and Venus are conjunct, meaning they're on top of each other. And essentially we're being put through it with our relationship dynamics. Things are coming to head. They're coming to light about, what's working, what's not, what needs more attention and focus, what needs some readjustment, and whether or not people are really willing to work with us. It's a lot, because of that heightened water. There's a cluster of planets. Actually, Venus and Saturn are in that cluster in Pisces. And so because of all this, it's really forcing us to kind of rise above, to evolve, to grow, to be the better version of ourselves, even in the midst of like people popping off at us or, being difficult or whatever, right? Like we can't really feed into that energy right now because it's not going to get us very far. That's why I like to start off with these energy cleansings, just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out some of that block limitation that we might be coming into. It's also a great time to set your own intention for the reading as well, Scorpio, especially if you've come in with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing, wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, etc. Or if you're just looking for more of a realignment of self, mind, body, soul. I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're feeling good, strong, grounded in ourselves, that's when we're manifesting abundance, right? That's when we're manifesting fulfillment and happiness because we're more aware, right? Like we know who we are, we know what we want, and we can sniff out the bullshit, which is so important, right? So I would love to help support in whatever way possible. Always, Scorpio, all the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama love, Opa, Mama. All right, Scorpio, you feel good this week. Like you feel put together. You feel buttoned up. You feel like even though there's like some messiness handling, and you know what, if anything, you're a great sign to handle the messiness because you're ruled by Pluto, Lord of the underworld. You're not afraid to get a little bit messy. You're not afraid to get your hands a little bit dirty. And I feel like actually it's forcing you to dig deep and you're seeing some of your strength, some of your power come to light. 100%. I love this mojo bag. Mojo bags are used in ritual magic and it is about bringing, this overarching energy is about bringing justice. It's about karma, right? It's like what is due to you. And I feel like some of that is starting to trickle out because of the weird energy in relationships, how things are kind of happening, what people are saying, what they're doing, etc. It's like these come to Jesus moments where You know, it reminds me a lot of the Judgment card in the tarot. It's a wake-up call, right? Like, shit's happening and you have a decision to make. And I feel like you've already made a lot of really strong decisions for yourself, hence why you feel really good and strong this week, because it's like you're confident and clear, and you know, I don't know, it doesn't mean that like all of the confusion or all of the questioning has disappeared, but you're feeling a lot more secure. And I feel like this is a sense of security that's taken a minute to get here. And as a result, we're seeing this mojo bag, right? We're seeing things come to the surface. We're seeing karmas play out. And you've been in this period. I feel like even though things have been very difficult, Spirit has protected you through all of this. You've had to go back to the drawing board and really look at what is sustainable for long periods of time, who and what that is in your life, what practically makes sense, and especially in alignment with like how you want to see things play out in your life. And I feel like that brought a lot of changes. It brought a lot of changes in your partnerships, in your dynamics. I feel like you're still kind of cleaning up some of the past energies, or like maybe new things, new opportunities, new beginnings haven't completely started to flow in yet. I feel like you've almost had to sit and watch the other people or the other situations 100% with the third eye in your blocked energy, because it's kind of been to your detriment. That can be the downside of being a water sign, having a lot of intuitive energy. We can see what's going on, right? Seeing from that third eye perspective. And it can be a little bit overwhelming, especially if people are being shitty, right? And it does look like, but like I said, this is justice. This is karma coming your way. And even though you like were put on the sidelines, right? Even though you had to watch from the sidelines things that felt unjust, things that felt not fair, things that were really painful, it's preparing you for this justice that's coming in, right? It's so that that justice feels that much sweeter is what I'm hearing. You know, sorry, but then as I say this, it's the crow, which is dashed hopes and mornings. I mean, here's the thing. I don't know. I don't feel like your energy wants vengeance against people or situations, even if they have, you might be a little salty at them or not like them or whatever, but you're not holding on to that, right? Yeah, you're not holding on to that. I feel like other people, other situations are. And maybe actually like this dashed hopes is more about you making choices for yourself. Like the cause and effect of how something has treated you. And now that they're asking to cash in or whatever, you're kind of just like, no, right? Like you did this. I don't want to engage or be with someone who does these things. But, and unfortunately, at the end of the day, all of that is really sad. It's someone needed to be a little bit more balanced. Someone needed to be more grounded in their approach. And I feel like they were not able to. I think they had a really hard time doing that. Justice is the weighing of the scales. It looks like someone was trying to defend themselves, but maybe went a little bit too far, or I don't know. Something did get really messy. I do feel like it's bringing in some clarity for you, but again, like clarity that doesn't like feel great at the same time. And here's the thing, I feel like in some ways, whatever's changed, whatever you're okay to kind of release and let go at this point, it feels good. I don't know, maybe you just feel like justice hasn't really been done, but I think a lot of this is because of what this person says, how they say it, how they approach it. Libra had a similar energy. You could have Libra placements. You could be dealing with a Libra. Like it's almost just like someone justifying some bad behavior, 100%. Someone who doesn't really know how to be empathetic, understanding. The crown, this is the King of Swords, so can definitely be like, not selfish, but like doesn't really care. like what you think if it's not the same thing, that type of vibe. And will do whatever they need to do accordingly. And it looks like as much as like you're getting the information you want, it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, like really? It just feels super, super disappointing, 100%. But I'm not trying to be bleak about it, because at the same time, like, you're not wallowing in this misery. I don't see you feeling so hurt, or like you're kind of just like, okay, well, this is both of you at the end of all this are just like, okay, you know, you have a conversation. Honestly, for you, Scorpio, Spirit was protecting you through all of this, because whatever this person is bringing to the table, it's their own shit, right? Like, it's stuff that they like couldn't manage, that they had a really hard time dealing with. And as much as maybe they want to point the finger at you or project something onto you, you know it's not true. Instinctually, you know it's not true. But it never feels good to have someone do that, right? The beauty is like you're coming through as the King of Cups. And what the King of Cups does really well is like ride those waves of emotion. So if someone's trying to throw something at you, or like not being cool, or whatever it is, you're not deflecting it, but you're not picking it up at the same time, right? What's that saying? I am like rubber, you are like glue. The mean words you say bounce off of me and stick to you. That's kind of what it reminds me of. I don't know. It brings some new, it's okay. Like, we have this conversation, it clears the air. Okay, how do we move forward? And I feel like both parties are trying to be fine with it, fine with an unfine situation. It's going to be really interesting to see how things pan out moving forward, because there's some decisions on the table and someone's going to have a really hard time with how this conversation goes. It does feel like it's at a standstill. Like I said, it feels like both parties are like, okay. But no, I don't even know if it's like no one wants to budge. It just doesn't bring any solutions. There's no solutions that come out of this. And that's where I'm getting that standstill energy. And if anything, it's like, I don't know, it feels like it turns the key, it twists the knife a little bit more. There's a little bit more pain, resentment. It's like you get it for what it is. And yes, there's potential to work on things moving forward, but I'm not really sure that anyone wants to, is basically how it's coming through. The Green Man, nurture, connection, source. Where are you getting that source? If we expect other people, other situations to like fill our heart, I don't know. And maybe there is an offer on the table and that's what everyone's having a really hard time with, because both of these cards are related to connecting, right? Connecting with each other. But I don't feel like either party can, right? Like, I feel like this person says stuff to piss you off. You don't really, like, I feel like you're not really liking what they're saying, so you're turned off. And it just, there is a disconnect, right? But, you know, hope, I don't know, nurture the connection. It doesn't mean all hope is lost, but I'm also seeing like a to be determined, because right, it's not the reunion, it's not the reconnection that was desired by either person, either situation. And so now it's like readjusting, like, okay, we're left with this information, and then what do we do with it? And that's going to kind of be what the energy is moving forward. So a little sad, a little heavy today, Scorpio, but like I said, you feel good going through this. Like, you feel confident, and I think this is just another level of you validating your worth, what you deserve, and being strong in what you think and what you feel, even if someone else doesn't agree. Wah wah right now. I'm sorry. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope you found messages that resonated here for you. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I'd love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support that you bring to the channel. No, I'm sending it back your way.